deception are intrinsically linked, woven into the fabric of human interaction. Throughout history, the most influential figures have often been those who mastered the art of deception, turning it into a powerful tool to achieve their ends. The story of Victor Lustig and Al Capone is a perfect illustration of how deception can be used to manipulate even the most powerful. Victor Lustig, known as the man who sold the Eiffel Tower, was a con artist of extraordinary skill and ingenuity. Al Capone, on the other hand, was one of the most feared gangsters in America, ruling over Chicago with an iron fist. The encounter between these two figures forms a fascinating chapter in the history of crime, showcasing a complex dance of cunning and deceit. The narrative of Lustig and Capone is not just a tale of crime, it is a lesson in the strategic use of power. By examining this encounter, we gain insights into the dynamics of control and influence, where selective honesty plays a critical role in maneuvering the outcomes. Victor Lustig's reputation as a master con artist was cemented long before he met Al Capone. His most infamous scam involved selling the Eiffel Tower to unsuspecting scrap metal dealers, not once, but twice. This audacious scheme highlighted his ability to exploit human greed and gullibility, skills he would later use in his dealings with Capone. Lustig's charm and confidence made him a natural at deception. His approach was always meticulous. He studied his targets carefully, understanding their desires and fears. This preparation was crucial, as it allowed him to craft believable lies that were tailored to the vulnerabilities of his marks. In the context of his encounter with Capone, Lustig's previous exploits are essential to understanding his audacity. He was not merely a trickster, but a psychologist who played on the psyche of his victims. His scams were not just about theft. They were about proving that he could manipulate reality to his advantage. Al Capone was more than just a criminal. He was an empire builder. Under his leadership, the Chicago outfit controlled illegal breweries and a web of gambling dens, generating immense wealth. Capone's reputation for violence and ruthlessness made him a feared figure, but his charisma and strategic mind also earned him respect. Despite his criminal lifestyle, Capone had a complex personality. He was known for his charity work, often helping the poor during the Great Depression. This duality made him a beloved figure to some, illustrating that his power extended beyond mere muscle. It was also psychological. When Lustig approached Capone with a business proposal, it was a meeting of two master manipulators. For Capone, the interaction was not just about financial gain, but about understanding the intentions of a man who dared to con him. It was a psychological duel, with each player probing the other's strengths and weaknesses. In 1925, Victor Lustig approached Al Capone with a proposition that was as daring as it was deceptive. He asked Capone for $50,000, promising to double it in just 2 months. The audacity of the request piqued Capone's interest, who was intrigued by Lustig's reputation and boldness. Lustig's plan was never to double the money. Instead, he aimed to exploit Capone's curiosity and ego. By engaging Capone in this scheme, Lustig was not just aiming for financial gain, but was also testing the limits of his own con artistry against one of the most powerful men in America. Capone, intrigued and somewhat amused, decided to see the outcome, handing Lustig the requested sum. This moment marked the beginning of a complex psychological game. Lustig's promise was a facade, a calculated move designed to manipulate Capone's expectations and test his reactions under the guise of a profitable opportunity. Section 5. The mechanics of the scam. A $50,000 lesson. Once Lustig had the money, he did something quite unexpected. He simply held on to it. He placed the $50,000 in a safe deposit box. without any intention to invest or increase it. After 2 months, he returned the entire amount to Capone, claiming that his investment plans had failed, but that he was honest enough to return the capital. This move was a psychological masterstroke. By returning the money intact, Lustig aimed to gain Capone's trust, portraying himself as a rare, honest man in a world full of deceit. This act of integrity was designed to set the stage for the real con, gaining Capone's confidence for future schemes. Capone, surprisingly, was impressed by Lustig's apparent honesty. Instead of being angry at the failure of the investment, he rewarded Lustig with $5,000 as a token of appreciation for his honesty. This outcome was exactly what Lustig had anticipated, demonstrating his deep understanding of human psychology and his ability to manipulate it to his advantage. Psychological play, understanding Lustig and Capone. The interaction between Lustig and Capone was, indeed, a fascinating display of psychological warfare. Lustig's strategy revolved around understanding Capone's personality, his need to feel in control, and his respect for what he perceived as honesty. His actions were carefully calculated to appeal to these traits. Lustig's return of the full $50,000 was a direct challenge to Capone's expectations. In the criminal underworld, where deceit was commonplace, such a move was unexpected and disarming. It forced Capone to reconsider Lustig, not just as a con artist, but as a potential ally, or even a protege. Capone's response to Lustig's maneuver was also telling. By rewarding Lustig, he demonstrated a willingness to engage with those he considered equals or worthy adversaries. This interaction was not just about money. It was about measuring up to each other, testing boundaries, and establishing respect in a realm where trust was a rare commodity. The outcome. A surprising twist in deceptive affairs. The outcome of Lustig's scheme was multifaceted. While it appeared that Lustig had simply returned the money, the real gain was in the $5,000 reward, which was a testament to his manipulative skills. This reward was not just monetary. It was also a symbolic victory over one of the most powerful men in the criminal world. This encounter left a lasting impact on both men. For Capone, it was a rare instance where he encountered someone who could match his cunning and perhaps, in some respects, surpass it. For Lustig, it was proof that his psychological insights and manipulative tactics could influence even the most formidable opponents. Beyond the immediate financial gains, the interaction between Lustig and Capone demonstrated a deep understanding of the 12th law of power. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. Lustig's act of returning the money was a perfect application of this law, using honesty to create a favorable impression that facilitated manipulation. Implications. Selective honesty and the 12th law of power. The encounter between Victor Lustig and Al Capone exemplifies the 12th law of power, using selective honesty to disarm and manipulate. This strategy, when employed skillfully, can lead to significant psychological advantages, turning potential threats into allies and skeptics into believers. Selective honesty is a powerful tool because it contradicts the expectations set by an environment of deceit. In the criminal underworld, where trust is scarce and betrayal is common, actions that suggest integrity can be incredibly disarming. Lustig's return of the $50,000 used this principle to great effect, altering Capone's perception and winning his trust. This tactic not only secured Lustig a monetary reward, but also established a psychological upper hand. The ramifications of this approach are profound, suggesting that the most effective manipulations are those that are least expected. By studying such interactions, we gain deeper insights into the mechanics of power and influence, where perception often outweighs reality. Conclusion: the legacy of cunning and manipulation. The story of Victor Lustig and Al Capone is more than just a historical curiosity. It is a case study in the art of manipulation, highlighting the potency of selective honesty within the framework of power dynamics. Lustig's encounter with Capone teaches us that the most effective deceivers often use truth as their most cunning lie. This episode not only reveals the complexities of human psychology, but also serves as a reminder of the depth of strategy involved in the games of power. The selective use of honesty by Lustig, aimed at disarming and manipulating Capone, underscores a fundamental truth. In the realm of power, it is often the perception of honesty that is more influential than honesty itself. As we reflect on this narrative, we are reminded of the enduring relevance of the 12th law of power. The lessons drawn from Lustig and Capone's interaction continue to resonate, offering insights into the use of deception as a tool for achieving dominance and control. In the end, their legacy is a testament to the intricate dance between cunning and manipulation, where every act of honesty is a potential move in a much larger game of power.